What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm out here on the lake today in my kayak. Today's date is August 31st, meaning that this is the final chance for me to climb up in the standings in the month-long kayak bass fishing tournament that I've been fishing all of this month. And I've got a little bit of work to do this afternoon. I'm currently sitting in 4th place, which is pretty respectable. I've got 102.25 inches, I think. I've culled a few times since the last time that we talked. I'm gonna show you some clips here of some of the fish that I've caught. That is big. That is big. Oh my God, guys, this is big. This is big. This is big. First fish I've caught all day. And it's a big one. Please stay on. Please stay on. Please stay on. Get in here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is big. This is big. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, guys. Guys, when I set the hook on this fish, my drag was just like slipped. I couldn't feel it. I just knew that he was big. I didn't know how big. I didn't know if he's gonna be bigger than this guy or not, but that is a good one. That might be a 21-inch bass, guys. That is amazing. Okay, we're gonna send this fish back and we are going to keep making our way around out here so we can catch some more. Okay, so now you've seen the fish that have helped me climb up into this position. So what I'm basically out here looking for today is a kicker. I've got a solid limit, and I need like a 22-inch fish, I think, to jump into 3rd place, which is where they start handing out some cash. I would love to climb up to 1st or 2nd, but those weights or those limits are just kind of out of reach, I feel like. I would have to really wreck some giant bass like this afternoon, which is definitely possible on this lake. I've caught some big ones. I've definitely had some 105-inch total length days out here, but it's a pretty steep task. So all I'm really trying to do is get up into 3rd place, and I think it's definitely possible to catch a 22-inch fish. I think that that's the equivalent of like a 6-pounder, maybe a big nasty 5-pounder. I don't know exactly. I'm not really used to measuring fish, but yeah, I've got the kayak loaded down with some big baits. I'm hopefully going to be able to target some of these bigger than average sized bass out here in this lake, and hopefully if we do hook up, we don't screw it up and we're able to land them. But anyways, we've got about, I don't know, 4 hours before it gets dark, 5 hours before it gets dark. So we're gonna head over to some of our best spots and get to ripping. Hopefully we'll catch a big one. I hope that y'all are excited to join along with me on today's adventure. This has been a fun little series of videos to make. I hope that y'all have enjoyed it, and I hope that y'all are excited for this one. If you could, wish me luck by hitting the thumbs up button, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. But with that, let's head over this way. This is where the big ones live. Let's go. Got him. Be big. Doesn't feel small. Oh, it's a big one. Oh my gosh, it's a good one. Oh, that might help me, guys. Down there might help me. Stay on there. Stay on there. Stay on there. Oh, I got him. Yes. Oh, that's a good one, guys. That is a good one. Oh, B21. That's got to be a 21-incher, right? It's got to be close. Golly, at least 20. Hair jig, baby. Whew, that's how we started, guys. We need big ones. We need 21 inches. We need a 22-incher. Oh my gosh. This fish is only a 20-incher, and that's not going to help me. Dang. Oh well, that's okay. What a start. Hopefully we can get this one's big sister to bite. We'll send you back on this way. Dang it, guys. I really thought that one there was going to help us. I think my smallest one is 20. So if we can get one, 20 and a quarter, 20 and a half, that'll help. But now it's just straight up 20. Oh, I'm hoping we'll get at least one chance at an absolute monster today, like a 22, 23-incher. Because that's what we need. If we can get a 23-incher, we'll be sitting really pretty. There's one. Don't be small, be big. That was the next cast, guys. Doesn't feel as big as the last one, but you know it's, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, this one here might be bigger. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Stay on there, that one looks longer. That one looks longer. Looks almost identical too. Oh gosh, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, they're eating the hair jig today, guys. Yes. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, looks about the same. Oh, you will never ever hear me complain about a 4-pound fish like this, but I don't know if that's gonna be big enough, guys. Oh my gosh, guys. I got this whole lake to myself today too. That is crazy. Usually there's several people out here fishing. We got this whole thing to ourselves, and if they're biting right now, then that's really good. Let's get him on here first before I get my phone out and stuff. Let's just see how big he is. That one there, very next cast, 20 and a half. I think that's gonna be a 1/2 inch upgrade. I think my smallest fish is 20 inches. So while it's not quite the upgrade we're looking for, every inch, every 1/2 inch, every 1/4 inch can mean everything for us today, especially since we've already caught 2 big old fish in the first 5 minutes of being here. Oh, how crazy is that? Okay, so we made a few casts without getting a bite on that hair jig. I still fully believe there's several fish down there in this area. Just based on experience, whenever I've caught a couple of fish off of a school, usually they start to kind of bust up and kind of spread out. They'll actually usually follow the bait and the fish that's hooked up back to the boat. So the fish I was initially casting at, they were probably grouped up and now they're kind of dispersed. I'm hoping that they'll get back in there in a second, but what I like to do is always rotate different baits through an area that has fish that are schooled up. So we caught those first ones on the hair jig, and now we're gonna throw this old glide bait down there through them. This is a little bit bigger bait. This isn't the biggest bait I have in the boat today, which I plan to throw some bigger baits to try to, you know, maximize my chances of catching a big bass. But this one here really, really well imitates the forage that's in here, which is a lot of big gizzards. So we're gonna chunk this thing out there. And I'm actually gonna let it sink a good ways down there first. Got a backlash, let me get that backlash out. So this glide bait doesn't sink very fast. And most of the time these fish are sitting about 10 foot down. So I'm just gonna let that thing just kind of sink nice and slow down there through it. Maybe some fish that are in the area will maybe see it sinking down there and get some interest. And then once I start ripping it around, I'm hoping we'll be able to trigger another bite. We're gonna be fishing this area a lot this afternoon. This is my best spot where I've caught my biggest fish in this lake, and like I've said already, we need a monster. Fish on the glide, fish on the glide. Be big, please be big, please be big. Oh, I don't think he's big. He's not. Oh, he's a nice one, but that's not the size we need. Oh, it's cool though. It's always cool catching them on a glide, even if they're only like little 2-pounders. All right, well, we picked up the glide to show them something different and hopefully trigger a bigger bite. That's definitely a quality fish, and it's always fun catching them on a glide bait, but geez, I wish he was a 7-pounder. It's cool they're eating it. It means that they're still there. Maybe we've got them fired up again. Maybe we can fire that glide back down there. That was only the second cast, I think, with that glide in that area. So this goes to show you really need to mix up your presentations when you feel like you're fishing a school of grouped up fish. You want to keep showing something different, because they will get smart on you. I don't care how small their brain is. Like, bass are smart as heck, but they're easy to trigger if you got the right thing dashing in front of their face. And in that case, it was this old big old glide bait. And what's funny is that that is actually the most expensive fishing lure that I own. I bought this from a guy, 135 bucks, but it's been a good bait for me. And if we could catch a 7-pounder on it, I can definitely call it worth it. I mean, honestly, just catching a fish on it made it worth it for me. I'd probably pay $500 for a bait if I could catch a 10-pounder on it, or even a 7-pounder on it. What do you guys think? Would you pay $135 for a bait like this to catch a bass, even if it's only a 3-pounder? Let me know. We're gonna send it back out there. I usually carry a fishing magnet with me whenever I throw big, expensive baits like this. Just in case they snap off, I can just go over to the area and, you know, dangle the magnet down and catch it. But I do not have that magnet today, so hopefully we don't mess up and bust one of those guys off. One thing about this guy is that I've got to let it sink. and it sinks so slow. You can weigh them down. You can wrap some wire around the hooks or just beef up the hooks. You can add like some suspend strips to make them go down a little bit faster. But it legit probably takes 30 seconds to sink 8 feet. And then what sucks is like the actual retrieve you saw, I'm really working it fast. You know, I'm chopping it, I'm kind of working it fast, really rad, making the bait just go choo, 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 choo. This isn't really like a bait that glides out big and wide like some of your bigger glides. I have some with me. This guy likes to just go choo, 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 choo. That's how I like to work it. And that seems to be the best way from all the guys that I've watched throw this bait. So what I was getting at is I'll let it sink for 30 seconds to a minute and then I reel it in and it's back to the boat within like 10 seconds. When you're working it violent like that, they just crush it too. That fish that bit it just then that we caught, he hit it so hard. There we go. Big one on the glide. Feels big. Feels decently big. Oh, it's not big. What the heck? Why are we catching dinks? I thought he was big. Yo, why are we catching dinks on the glide? Ah, oh, somebody explain that to me. That's like a 1.5 pounder. Oh, I told you guys, when they hit that thing, they hit it so hard, but that is not what we need. Still fun. We're having a great day so far. We think this is our 4th fish. All quality except for this. I mean, he's not a bad fish, but just not the size we're after. We'll send him back. Heck yeah, though. They're eating the glide bait. It's fun. I don't care. I don't care if he wasn't big. Just gotta weed through him. Gosh, he felt so big when he hit that thing, though. The whole rod just loaded up. So this is the 7-foot 9-inch extra heavy 6-ounce milk and fishing series rod, and it's got kind of like a moderate bend to it a little bit. So while it is a heavy power, when you hit him, the whole rod kind of just loads up and absorbs all of the weight of the fish, and it's the entire like shock process, which I really like. This is a great rod for throwing glide baits, big swim baits, etc. But just for some reason, they all feel like giants. Doesn't matter how big they are, they all feel like giants. And I think that you also have that image in your mind that when you're working a bait this size, which in all reality isn't like a monster sized glide bait, but you have that image that there's like 7 and 8 pounders behind it stalking it. So when you get that bite, you're like, yes, that's him. And that's what everybody talks about. You know, you might go out throw a glide and you only get a couple bites a day and they're all gonna be good ones. But so far they haven't been the kickers we need. We might have to bust out the old draw, which I haven't thrown a whole lot, but it's a way bigger bait. And that might help get us a few bites. We're definitely gonna throw it at some point today. I've got it here in the boat with me. For now, we're gonna throw this guy around a little bit more. Hopefully stick. There he is. That doesn't feel that small. He ain't small. I don't know if he's gonna help though. On the glide, baby! Oh, he's not gonna help. That's so crazy, that's fun. That is awesome. Oh God. I got him from both ends. He just jumped into my freaking hair jig. Okay, he's off the hair jig. That was so dumb. Good thing he ain't like a 9 pounder. That's a good fish though. Jeez, dude. Well, that was a first. Oh, he's bleeding. What are you bleeding for? Oh, because he's bleeding in the tail because I hooked him in the tail. That's why. I was like, why are you bleeding? There we go, glide bait. That's a good one. I'm gonna measure him just so we can look at how big he is. He's like an 18.5, maybe 19-inch fish. That was so crazy. I hope that y'all saw that. Mouth closed. How big are you? Solid 19-inch largemouth, but not going to help the cause. Oh, there he goes. That water is pretty. You know, I was thinking I maybe should move this hair jig out of the way, but you know, what if we do get a 10-pounder boat side that decides he wants to jump into it and spear himself in the tail? Like, that's okay with me. I want all the hook points in these fish as possible. Ah, dang, dude. Crazy fish. Little guy bit it as I was reeling it up. Gosh, he must have followed it all the way in. And at the last second, I was kind of just, every time I reel it up, I kind of just twitch it. I know it's like a bait fish fleeing, that last little section. Man, that was pretty wild. Stay on there. Why's my drag so loose? Is it because he's big? My drag is loose. Be big. Oh, that's a good one. Oh gosh, that's a good fish. That's a good fish. I don't know if he's gonna help. We're gonna act like he is gonna help us though. He's got a couple of in it. There we go. Ooh. What may seem like 5 seconds to y'all has been 2 hours for me since I've gotten my last bite. I've actually fished a lot of different other spots. Haven't had any bites. I got back over here to the spot where we've caught all of our fish. Wasn't getting any bites. It's been 40 minutes since I've been here, and I just now finally got another bite on this glide bait. It's a really solid, healthy fish. Gonna be like another 4-pound class fish, but I don't know if he's gonna help. Okay, let's get a quick look and see. Nope, he's only 19.5 inches, guys. Big, thick, healthy bass, but only 19.5 inches long. Gonna be, that's a 4-pounder all day. Golly. The way that my drag was slipping, I was feeling so confident that that was gonna be my monster fish I was looking for. He's still a good one though. Can't be upset with that. See ya. Oh my gosh, guys, what a day of kayak fishing. What a month of kayak fishing. I gave it everything I had out here on the lake today, and I still think we fell just a little bit short. We were only able to cull once just for that. I think we actually culled 1/2 inch with that one fish, which was awesome, but we just never were able to link up with that kicker that we actually needed. But that's okay, you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. You know, I fished hard all month long. I fished lakes that had potential for big bags, but just never, like I said, got that true kicker that I was looking for, that 6, 7, 8 pounder that would have really got us up to the top. And I've got to hand it to the guys that are ahead of me. They caught some incredible bags of fish. The guys at the very top of the leaderboard, they dropped the bomb like early in the month. Like in the first week they had 107 inches or however much they have, and I was like, dang, that's a lot of fish. That's gonna be hard to beat. But we gave it our best. We caught some nice fish and had a lot of fun out here doing it. And I'm looking forward to the next kayak tournament, which should be, I think it's second weekend in September is the championship for the kayak club that I'm in. So I'm looking forward to that. And hopefully we can get some redemption and do well in that tournament. But guys, this is where I'm going to leave y'all today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me out here on the lake today. Had a lot of fun catching some nice fish. And I hope that y'all enjoyed this little kayak series. If y'all did, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you on the next one. Bye guys.